Gemini, which we know is the element of air. So it's very important as we have moved into this new cycle that we really work on grounding our energy. That's very, very important when we're in an element of air. There's a lot of movement, and as we're transitioning into this very fire yang time of year of summer, it's even more important that we really work on keeping ourselves grounded. So for me, it's being out in nature, but just even if you're in the 10th floor of an apartment, you can still ground your energy just with connecting with the earth. And everybody's got a tree you can bring into your, like a plant you can bring into your home, or a local park that you can go to, or a beach, or a lake, or a forest. We all have nature within, I'm sure, within 10 minutes of us, whether it's a park in a city or something. So I'm just so happy to be here together. I was just giving a couple of moments to all the beloveds join here with us. And as we know, a very, very powerful tool to be grounded is our breath. So our breath right away takes us from, even though it is another element of air, but it just brings us fully into our bodies. So in this new moon gathering, we're going to start. I'm just going to explain a little bit about this new moon, and then we're going to go through a guided meditation together, and then I might give some recommendations for rituals for the new moon, and then I'm going to invite you to set intentions. So if you have got pen and paper, it's very powerful to write your new intentions for the month. So if you want to just grab a pen and paper for the moment, that will be perfect. And then we'll get started, beloveds. So you can probably hear the birds' song here in the background. They're singing Happy New Moon to you. So, all right, loves, we'll get started now. So first of all, I'd love to start with some breath techniques. So I'm just going to invite everyone just to drop into their heart center. And if you'd like to close your eyes, I'm going to invite you to do that. If it feels better to have your eyes open, I really want you to invite you to do whatever feels good physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And I'm going to invite everyone to take a big, deep inhale. And as you inhale, just draw all the energy up, up, up from the earth, all the way up to the crown of your head. And just hold your breath for a moment. Hold your breath. And then whenever you're ready, with a big sigh, I'm going to invite you to let go. A lot of the time when we come into these full moons and new moons, and I always talk about this, it's important to know that it's okay to feel emotional, because think about what the moon does to the tide, what it does to the waters, right? It changes the tide, right? So knowing that we are 70% made up of water, when we have these full moons and new moons, it is affecting the emotions, the water within us. So it's really, really important at these times to be really tender and kind and compassionate with yourself. Like, if there's ever a time to do that, it's now, to be compassionate with ourselves as we move through things. And this is something I really wanted to speak to for this new moon. So one of the invitations for this new moon is, a lot of the time new moons we talk about intention settings and, what we want to bring into the world, but I think rather than talking about what we want to bring into the world in an external way, let's talk about in an eternal way, like internally. So what are the feelings that you are choosing to feel for this new moon, right? So, it's you get to set intentions. Perhaps it's to feel really peaceful. How about that? Perhaps it's to feel really grounded and centered. Perhaps it's to feel empowered. So it's not really about like what are we manifesting, because that's always saying that's something outside of us and something that we have to create. And we know that the truth is everything's already within us. Sometimes we just have to reawaken to something, to reconnect, to remind ourselves. So that's the first thing I would ask you in this new. It's like a new moon. It's like a reset. It's a whole new cycle. What are the emotions that you would like to feel? For me, inner peace. It always comes back to that. To feel a sense of vibrancy, so like peaceful, but at the same time vibrant, and always striving for absolute authenticity. So what is it for you? I asked for you in this new moon for us to explore together what are the emotions for this whole new cycle that you would like to embody, that you would like to be, to experience, or to just maybe continue. Maybe you already feel that. And when it comes to inner peace, it's easy to feel inner peace when everything's flowing perfectly in our lives. But what about when things come up, things arise? That's when we really want to explore. And again, in these time of new moons and full moons, it's not uncommon for things to come up. And if our intention is to feel peace or to feel centered, when things come up, right, that's when we really, really want to go deep within ourselves to embody that. So, with that, I'm going to invite you to take another big, deep inhale, drawing your breath all the way up, up, up to the crown of your head, just holding your breath, holding, and then whenever you're ready, just letting go of any expectations we put on ourselves, any pressure, any should have, could have, would have, just allowing ourselves to fully be, with ourselves. Mm. So let's do a little bit more pranayama. And I'd like to do this breath technique, pranayama. It's like a yogic breath for balancing the left and the right side of the brain, the masculine, the feminine, the full moon and the new moon all within us. So what I'm going to invite you to do is pull down your first two fingers, bring your thumb to the outside of your right nostril, your ring finger to the outside of your left. And without holding either nostril, I'm going to invite you to take a big deep inhale. And then with your thumb, just closing your right nostril and exhaling just out your left. And then inhaling through just your left nostril, closing your left, opening your right, and exhaling out your right. Inhaling back in through just your right nostril, closing your right, opening your left, and exhaling out your left. So I'm going to invite you to stay with this breath technique. And really, as you inhale through the one nostril at a time, bring it all the way up to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale, just exhaling out anything that is not that intention. So if your intention is inner peace, I'm going to invite you to exhale anything that is not peace, just to let it go, to surrender to it, to to let yourself fully be present. Because the more that we are in the present moment, we realize that the past is the past and it doesn't actually exist anymore, just when we allow ourselves to think of it. And then the future does not exist. So when we allow ourselves to project worries and concerns into the future, that doesn't even exist. So, this new moon is about not allowing illusions to take over, right? And every time we worry, it's just like a prayer for something that we don't want. So again, I'm inviting you to still stay with your breath. The more that you stay with your breath and stay present and stay grounded, that monkey mind of things of the past and things of the future that haven't happened, that will probably never happen, it allows us to release that and to be fully in the present moment. So on your next exhale out your left nostril, I'm going to allow your breath to come back to its normal rhythm. And then together we'll take another deep inhale and exhale. And just again, allowing your energy to surrender that little bit more. And I'm going to invite you to just let go, like relax and release your jaw. Relax your shoulders, let them rest, and let yourself be connected with the earth. And then together we're going to go through meditation. So at this moment, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already, and just bring your awareness to your internal landscape. Allow your breath to flow freely. Deep inhales and exhales. And then I'm going to invite you to send your grounding cord out the base of your spine and send it deep down into the heart of Mother Earth, deep down to the layers of wherever you are, the foundation of wherever you are, the building, down through the layers of muck and soil and stone and perhaps bones or, whatever is down in the earth. Just send it deep down and allow yourself to connect with Mother Nature's 4 billion years of wisdom, 4 billion years of nourishment and nurturing, and allow yourself to bathe in that energy. So you'll know the second your energies reach the heart of the earth, because there's just this sense of, I'm home. I am home. And this truly is our birthright, to feel this sense of I am home. So feeling your connection with all the elements of water, the water that is so connected with the moon, the water that runs through your beautiful sacred temple of a body, that runs through all the wells and the rivers and streams, the waterfalls. Allow your energy to be connected with the trees, that roots go deep into the earth, just as yours do. And the trunk is like this present strength. And then as the branches reach up to the light, just as you always are, expanding your light, feeling your connection with the rocks and the crystals, which really do hold this ancient wisdom and that facilitate grounding and centering. So just feeling your connection with all the elements, wherever you are in this moment, and allow yourself to feel at one. We are nature. Nature is us. When we leave this physical body, we go back into nature. And feel your connection with the rhythms of nature, the rhythms of the moon. For all of us women, our bodies move with the moon. We share a 28-day cycle. And men as well, like you are, it mightn't be exactly a 28-day cycle, but just as connected with the moon and the stars and the cosmos. So taking another deep inhale here and exhale. And when you feel like you've surrendered, I'm going to invite you to just keep surrendering some more. Because the more and more that we allow ourselves to just let go and be in this beautiful flow, this river of life, the more peace that we get to embody, because we don't get overly attached to things. We allow things to move through us, to flow in and out of our lives just as it's meant to. So, beloveds, feeling your connection with the earth. And then I'm going to invite you to draw your energy up from the heart of the earth. Just feel it moving up through all the layers of earth. Taking a deep inhale. As you inhale that energy, earth energy up. And as you exhale, allowing that energy to enter in through the soles of your feet. Feel it entering in through the base of your spine, that root chakra area. And feel that beautiful earth energy traveling all the way up through your spine. Feel it moving up through your legs, all the way up through your core, up past your beautiful, loving hearts, down it through your arms and fingertips, and moving all the way up to the crown of your head. And then I invite you to feel this opening at the crown of your head and feeling your connection to your higher self, a higher level of consciousness, where your higher self has all the guidance and all the answers, unconditional love, infinite wisdom, abundance, everything that you need. So when you consciously tune into the energy of the earth and the rhythms of nature and are connected with your higher self and are connected with your heart, that's all you need. You have complete guidance. Everything is within you. So feeling your connection with your higher self. And just as we open this sacred space together, I'm going to invite you to bring your awareness to your mind's eye as we go on a gentle journey together. So, knowing now what your intention for this new cycle is, I invite you to be clear with that inner peace, abundance, fulfillment, clarity, vibrancy, truth, connection, whatever that is, or maybe it's all of those and more, joy or happiness or freedom. Together, we're going to go on a journey for you to check in with your guides as if there's anything you need to shift or to let go of or move deeper into to really embody these feelings, these emotions, these ways of being. So, taking another deep inhale and exhale. So, bring your awareness to your mind's eye. And I invite you now to see yourself at the top of this beautiful green, emerald green mound. It's like a fairy mound, this very gentle hill. And I invite you to see yourself in this doorway, this portal. And you're standing here, truly knowing yourself and having clear guidance on what to do next. So if it feels right to you, I invite you to look out through this doorway at the top of the mound and look out and see what's in front of you. And I invite you to see this gentle rolling mound in front of you. And at the bottom of the mound is this glistening lake. And if it feels right, I invite you to step out from this doorway and make your way down this gentle mound, putting one foot in front of the next. Whether you walk down the mound or you skip or just putting one foot in front of the next, making your way down. And being aware that this is a pilgrimage for you, a pilgrimage of you to receive whatever guidance for you to fully step into those feelings and those emotions that you choose to, or to stay in those, because you probably could already be in those. So as you make your way down the mound, seeing this lake in front of you, I'm going to invite you to make your way around the lake and notice what you see. You can hear the birds in the background here. The pheasant was calling out to you, beckoning you. Where I am in this forest, it's covered in foxglove, pink foxglove, and purple bluebells and emerald green moss. So, what do you see as you make your way around this lake? How do you feel? What do you hear? Allowing yourself to be in this fluid place of trust as you make your way around this lake, putting one foot in front of the next. And as you carry on almost fully around the lake, on the other side of the lake, I invite you to see two beautiful trees. Again, creating a doorway into another world. Always staying fully connected with your higher self and your inner guidance. If it feels right, I'm going to invite you to make your way over between these two trees. But right before you go in, I invite you to look up and notice, do you see the sun or do you see the moon? And then if it feels right, making your way through these trees, and just if it feels good, gently touching the trees with the palms of your hands as you walk, giving gratitude to them, honoring them, respecting them, just as they do you. So making your way between these trees, and as you do, noticing what's on the other side. Is there a guide there to meet you? Perhaps your higher self, one of your guides, an angelic being, a fairy from the Tuatha De Danann from the fairy realm, or perhaps it's just space. But as you go in here, I invite you to ask the question if what is needed in order for me to step into deep peace or wisdom or clarity or whatever your intention is, ask, what do I need to release? What do I need to step into? What do I need to know in this moment? Taking another deep inhale and exhale. And I'm going to be silent for a moment to allow you to receive whatever messages or wisdom, perhaps through symbols, colors, silence, whatever that may be. So whenever you're ready, and if you need to spend longer here, I invite you to do that, to honor and to follow your own inner compass, your own inner guidance. If you feel complete, thank your guide or whatever you experience on the other side. And I invite you to turn around and make your way back out between the trees. But right before you do, I invite you to look up and notice, do you see the sun or do you see the moon? Making your way out between the trees and then slowly around the lake. And as you walk around the lake, I invite you to see something on the ground that your foot gently touches upon. And it's an offering for you. And it perhaps is something that you just see and acknowledge, or something you feel called to pick up and take with you. I think there's somebody come up to the forest. I'm just going to move us over here. So making your way back out around the forest, around the lake. Just going a little deeper into the forest here. Staying connected to your breath. And then I'm going to invite you to make your way back around to the fairy mound. And make your way gently up the hill and up towards that gateway, that portal. Walking up the hill knowing that this is your sacred pilgrimage. And this sacred space is here for you at any time that you want to visit. So making your way back up through the mount. Taking a deep inhale and exhale. Coming up to the portal, and if it feels like the right thing, making your way back through the gateway. And if you come to the other side, I'm going to invite you to take another big, deep inhale and exhale. And I'm going to invite you to just gently move your fingers and toes. Maybe gently move your head from side to side, pressing the soles of your feet down towards the earth. And just bringing yourself totally back into your physical body, back into this present moment. Welcome back, beloveds. So, with your pen and paper, I'm going to invite you to take any notes now from any guidance that you received from this pilgrimage. Any guidance that you received, I'm just going to make my way back over here. Any guidance that you received, was it the sun or the moon that you saw? What were the trees? There's messages, whether they're oak trees or beech trees or whatever kind of sacred, beautiful trees. There were apple trees, orange trees. What was the offering? Was there an offering on the way back? Did you see a bird, an owl, a hawk, an eagle? What were the flowers? What were the colors that you saw? All of this is guidance for you. So always staying tuned in and knowing that the universe is always, always communing with us. Just coming over to this beautiful, beautiful tree that's calling us right now. Moss-covered tree. It's like a big teddy bear covered in moss. So just take a moment to take any notes on what was your intention. What was the guidance that you received? Did you receive guidance? Who was it? Was it an ancestor? Your higher self, spirit guide? A lot of times we think, oh, I'm going to remember all of this. And then we don't. And that's okay too, because sometimes we're not meant to. But it's nice to take note. And then I'm going to invite you to write, I am. So what are your intentions for this new moon? I am peace. I am truth. I am joy. I am connected. I am intuitive. I am vibrant. I am love. I am light. I am peace. What is your intention? What is your intention, for this month ahead? And just bring this back over here, back on the tripod. There we go. So what is your intention, beloved? What is your intention for the month ahead? Taking another deep inhale and exhale. And us being here together, going through this journey, this meditation, being together is a ritual. Of course it is. You're honoring the moon, you're honoring spirit worlds, you're honoring yourself. I'm also going to invite you, if you feel cold, the new moons are a powerful time. And of course, as we're moving in, towards the summer solstice, the fullest time of summer, I invite you, maybe, the new moon period lasts over 48 hours. What would you like to plant? Perhaps some herbs or some vegetables or a flower. But I'm going to invite you to get some seeds and plant them in a pot and allow yourself to nurture them. And as you do, let it represent you nurturing your intention, you nurturing your higher self, your feelings, your emotions, yourself. It's also a very beautiful time to take any kind of a salt bath. I love to fill up my bath with essential oils and flower essence. There's a lot of sacred water from the wells around here. Of course, jumping into the ocean is amazing. And it's also a beautiful time because I'm really about creating sacred space in our homes as well as in our hearts and souls. So it's a beautiful time to cleanse our homes. So whether you have sage or Palo Santo or just want to open up all the doors and windows in your home and infuse it with love and just let the wind or the sun just blow anything out that needs to leave your home, your sacred space. So I am so, so grateful to be together on this new moon. Thank you, thank you, thank you for taking time out of your day. I'm here every new moon and have been for a number of years. And it's just a very sacred time, and to share it together is beautiful. So I'm always here. Love to have you join. It's recorded, so I do send it out if you've registered and can't make it live. And I just want to give you a little peek at this beautiful forest. I was talking about these gorgeous foxgloves. You see them right here? And now what I love is the foxglove is actually beautiful, beautiful, but actually it's a poisonous plant over here, and they actually use it in heart medicine. And what's amazing, because I learned so much about foraging, we've got our blackberries here. So the blackberries will be out in September, but you can also just take the top of it and you can make tea with it. Same with the raspberry leaves. Just giving you a little bit, showing you a few things in the forest here. And then we've also got our beautiful ferns. And what's amazing is the top swirly bit of the fern you can actually like put in a stir fry or anything, which is amazing. And then what else? What other goodies? I've got the nettles here, so I make tea with them and soup. And it's amazing to know that what's in nature, this is like about 50% of it that you can eat, from the dock leaves to the dandelions, and so much abundance. So I'm so grateful to be here with you. I'm just going to give you a little 360 look around. Some beautiful oak trees and everything. So sending so much love from my heart to yours. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.